What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be like a daily routine sort of thing. Today was an in-class day. As you could tell, I used the tram. I got my notebook card, concession notebook card on Wednesday. We'd had a Zoom meeting that day, like class by Zoom, because our place is taking some COVID restrictions a little bit more seriously than they probably should, because they'd rather be safe than sorry, which is a good thing, because some of our classmates already have COVID, not even 2 weeks into the course. Like O week is like week 0, and they don't count that. Even though we do have some lessons, they don't count that as a learning week. For us, term started this week, and so some people got COVID before class even started. Classic Sydney. So it's a good thing they're taking it seriously. For one, I'm happy that they're doing that. So I caught the tram this morning because I wanted to. It gives me a little bit more time in the morning. I found this morning, it gives me a little bit more time to just sort of do my thing here. Like, I now have a little bit extra time to not just have to sprint through the shower. I can actually get in and let the hot water help wake me up. I can sit here in my chair with the blinds open, the window open, especially at the moment because we're having really good weather at the moment, and I don't want it to go back to the way it was, but I know that there's more rain coming. But the last 3-4 days have been chef's kiss as far as weather's concerned. There's been this ball of fire in the sky that I haven't recognized, and it's been lovely sitting here in the morning with a cup of coffee, just soaking it in. It's so good. So I'm going to miss that when it goes back to raining all the time, but it was nice while it lasted, and I hope it lasts a little bit longer. But is what it is. And so I get to just sit here in the morning, have my cup of coffee and my breakfast here in the window, fresh air, sunlight, all the good things in the morning, and then go have a shower, because if I do it the other way around, my stomach feels all weird and I just don't feel like eating for the rest of the day, which isn't healthy. So we eat first to put something in our stomach, and then we go shower so that we don't feel gross. And then it also means that while I'm in the bathroom, I can brush my teeth and do all of that. And I usually take my clothes that I'm getting changed into down with me, and so it's wash my hair, it's wash my body, brush my teeth, the whole 9 yards. And then I'll come back up to bring my toiletries and my towel back up, and then it's just making sure my bag is fully packed, and then I go up to the tram station, catch the tram. It's 5-minute trip on the tram. It's really good. Instead of having to walk a 10-minute on a good day, 15 on a regular, 20 on a bad, and that really all just depends on what the traffic's like. Instead of having to walk for that amount of time before I've even started class, walking up to the tram and catching a 5-minute tram is just a lot easier, a lot quicker, and does give me more time in the morning to make sure I've got everything, including being able to be oh, have I taken my tablets? Yes, cool, I have. or no, probably better. Which reminds me, I need to do that as soon as I finish making this video. But then I get off and I walk straight across the park into the entertainment quarter, because there's a stop right out the front of the entertainment quarter. It's really good. And then it's rat test time, which we have to do for afters. We have to do them for 2 days, because they wanna catch it before it spreads too much. So like, you know, you might not necessarily have had symptoms 2 days ago, but yeah, I think they're like, we'll do it every 2 days, because doing it every day is just, no one's going to be happy with that. So every 2 days we do a rat test, which means that today was a rat test day, because the last time we were on campus was Tuesday, which was 3 days ago. So fun times. I don't have to take a rat test all next week, which is great. All next week's online. But then after the rat test, it's mask on, sign in using the QR code, and then upstairs, this week we've been in, well, my particular class has been in room 2-6, which is like 2.6. It's really just the 6th classroom on the 2nd floor, is all that means. And we're doing screen business at the moment, which I found that I have a particular knack for, which is great. We love finding out that not only are we passionate about writing and directing, but that we have the aptitude, that's the word I'm looking for, the aptitude for being a producer. So it's just another thing that I can sort of set my sights on as something that I might be able to pursue in the film industry on a professional level, which would be really cool. But no, it's coming to me really easily, which is good. And then, yeah, so class starts at 10:30. Class finishes for the day at 5:30. From 1:30 to 2:30 we have an hour break. And then somewhere in the middle of those 2 3-hour blocks that are left either side of that, usually at about the halfway point, there's like a 10-minute break for toilets and coffee. It's really all it's for. And then it's straight back into the next thing on the agenda. But at the same time, I'm not noticing, like the days don't seem to go slowly, is the other thing. And then at the same time, I feel like I'm talking my head off, because I'm probably alone in this, maybe, I don't know. But because I have such a passion for this, I can talk all day about it and not notice the time going by, and it feels simultaneously like I didn't get enough time to say everything I wanted to, but also said a fucking lot. So yeah, really enjoying the course. I know I've only been doing it for a week, and that perspective might change as I get further into it and come up against a particular subject that I have no grasp on. But for the moment, I'm really loving the course. I'm so happy I got accepted. Yeah. And so yeah, and I'm making a bunch of friends. I've never been a cool kid a day in my life. I come to afters and I still feel like, oh, maybe I'm not going to be one of the cool kids, because most of the people in my year are between 18 and 21. Is like the average, is like the majority. There's some like 22, 23-year-olds who can sort of like squeeze themselves in there as like the elders of the group, and then I'm 27. There's some like early 40s to mid 50s people who they've just sort of like all be the adults group, and like the kids sit to themselves, and yet I'm there like, okay, cool, I'm gonna be in this like weird intermediary where it's like, I could kind of fit in with you guys, but there's still a generational gap because like you're all using Snapchat and I can't stand the app. But no, they're really interested in my experience and like, you know, happy to involve me in things, and I'm one of the cool kids, which is fucking awesome. Yeah, no, made quite a few friends at the moment, which is really good. I've got a friend who I've really bonded with, like in my class, that I've really bonded with because of our shared love of Marvel, which is always nice to find a fellow Marvel aficionado. And then, yeah, in my study group, there's 4 other people that doesn't include that friend, and we've just all sort of clicked as well. Then there's the people who have, like, the people basically organising the social calendar for the year, and they're all fantastic as well. I love hanging with them and talking to them, and so I am finding myself, like, you know, there are some people that are like, I only really know the people in my classroom and I haven't really spoken to anyone else. And then I'm like, no, I know like that group of people, and I know that group of people, and I'm talking, there's an Italian guy in my class, and we've bonded over the fact that I learned Italian for 6 years. So there's so many just random things that I'm bonding with people over, and it's really cool. I'm just honestly out here living my best life. It's amazing. And then so after class today particularly, and I think there are some people who want to make it like a weekly tradition for Fridays. So Friday, if this does go ahead, Friday we'll have the tradition of drinks after class at the entertainment quarter, whether that's at the BAV, which is the shorthand for the Bavarian, or whether it's at Watson's, which is another of the licensed premises in the entertainment quarter. It's a pub. So whether it's one of those two, and whether we're invited by another year or we're just simply taking ourselves there as, you know, a first year cohort, it does seem like there's quite a few people who are keen to just have a Friday social night sort of thing at the end of the week. So that's really, really fun. So far, last week was 3rd years, this week was 1st years. So far it's working out to be a routine. But no, it's been good fun. And then after that, whether I come straight home at 5:30 or on Friday, for instance, stay and have some drink, you know, stay and have social drinks for an hour or two. I'll then come home. First things first, I put my laptop back on charge and I pull all of my books and stuff out. Like I took my Save the Cat books to school today, because my little role in our group assessment is doing the log lines, and literally the first chapter of Save the Cat by Blake Snyder is about log lines and how to write them. So I took it into sort of like, you know, like this is the formula I followed, and this is how I came up with this, and was able to sort of explain my log line to my group so that they were able to, you know, make their own notes using knowledge that I have and resources I have available to me to be able to, you know, in future projects, they'll now have that resource that they can then pull on and be like, oh yeah, no, I got this resource from doing this one. This is how we did the log line. And so they might be able to teach somebody else, which is really cool. And that's how AFTRS wants us to learn. They don't want us to just be like student, teacher. They want us to share ideas and help teach everyone else from our own experience, as well as, you know, as well as teaching the instructors and the tutors something as well. They want it to be a fully collaborative effort, which is really cool. And part of what I'm liking, I think, about the course. And then, so I put my laptop on charge, pull all my books and stuff out, and then I sort of sit my bag right here next to the window where I film my YouTube videos. I'll then do like an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how into it I get, of my own study sort of thing, or at the very least working on my own projects, because we are encouraged to work on our own projects and develop them as we learn new stuff. So at the moment with learning screen business, I'm able to sort of look at my projects from less of a passion project artistic lens and more of a how is this marketable, there's something need to change, and it's been really insightful for my own stuff. So very good to go through, and particularly with this pitch stuff at the moment, I am actually working on, just for myself, pitch material for my feature film that I wrote a couple of years back. So I'm able to use what I'm learning, put into my own stuff, which is really cool. And then after that, it's usually, if I come home at 5:30, it's usually when the sun starts to set, so that's the indicator for, okay, time to turn this screen off, put a movie on, get some dinner going, and usually by the time a 2-hour movie ends, it's bedtime. Done. Nice chilled days, nothing too intense, unless it's like today, where the first session was like just such an overload of information that I'm really glad the presentation given was actually accessible through our student portal, because I just went in, got the slideshow, saved it, and was able to sort of like half switch off, which was really good. I didn't have to sit there and try to like write notes while they're still up on the board. As soon as it was like, oh no, I can get this from the student portal, done. That's in my folders now. I don't. So yeah, good times. But yeah, I think that's it. for this video. I don't know there's too much else to add. I might do what I eat in a day after I've gone shopping next week. So yeah, that'll be a fun one. There's a whole thing around that, and I will talk about that on next week's video, like the Thursday one, because it's probably when what I eat in a day will come out. My parents have come down this weekend, so Monday's video will be sort of just a family catch-up sort of one. I know we're going to park run early in the morning, and I think we might be going to a movie during the day, and I'm not sure what else. Hopefully I can sweet talk myself into getting a few more groceries just to tide me over to Tuesday. That would be nice, because I am running out of some things. So, fun times. But yeah, no, I think that's it for this video. So if you enjoyed it, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button wherever it is on your device. And while you're there, just go next to it and ring that little notification bell. Turn on those push notifications so you can be kept up to date with when I upload new videos. Let me know in the comments down below what sorts of videos you would like to see from me. If I mentioned anything today that you want to know more about, or is there just a completely different type over here you'd like to see me do? Let me know in the comments. I think my social links are in the description. I'm not entirely sure, but if they are, please check them out. That would be amazing. And until next time, keep your head screwed on.